Welcome back to my channel. It's been a while. So happy to have you here. Thank you so much for your attendance. Today is January 8th. So, wow. It kind of already feels like we've been in 2021 a little longer than just 8 days, but guess what? It's only been 8 days. I've never really been into New Year's resolutions, and honestly, I'm not. But I know that a lot of people are. So I wanted to make a video about resolutions in a way, like setting goals, manifestation, and speaking things into existence, as well as this sort of energy that you put into the universe. I know that to some people that's kind of like woo-woo. I don't even know what woo-woo means. I just hear people like use it to describe like astrology and manifestation, stuff like that. I'm really doing all the hand gestures. I put on nails yesterday. They're these $5 press-ons. They're pretty cute. And apparently I can't stop talking with my hands, but I do that all the time anyways. Any hoodles. I don't do New Year's resolutions. They're not my thing. They've never been my thing. Every time I try, it just feels like a waste. You know, like everybody's thing is always, I'm gonna lose weight. I'm gonna do that. Like, it's always just, I'm gonna lose weight. Ever since, you know, elementary school, when the new year would start, your teachers would have you do your New Year's resolutions or whatever. I never did it. I couldn't even tell you mine. I think the only one I've ever even considered would be to lose weight. 2020 was a year, and I just want to take COVID out of it for a second, which I know was impossible to do. I just want to focus on myself. For me, 2020 was actually, it was a pretty big year for my self-discovery, because I started out the year being really sick, and I went to the gym with my dad one day, and then after that one day, I was going super consistently, eating ridiculously clean. I think for about 2 months straight, I was very strict. I had a good regimen going. Everything felt on track. I was killing it. I was spending like 2 hours a day at the gym. I was still allowing myself to enjoy things. Honestly, I don't remember super well, but the point is, started out the year strong. Quarantine happened. I didn't move my body for like 2 weeks. I was drinking a lot, eating a lot of trash, and honestly, I drank a lot during the quarantine. I'm not gonna deny that. I will never deny that. I drank a lot, and I didn't start taking a break from drinking until the end of August. So that's sort of a resolution of mine, to just take a step back, and I'll tie back to that in a second. But you know, I was still working out. I was walking and running 10 miles a day, doing my thing, going on my hikes, working out, whatever. Started my channel, fell off of uploading, whatever. The point is, I didn't have resolutions last year. The only thing I wanted to do in 2020 was to focus more on my relationship with myself. And I think I've mentioned my journal before. I might not have, honestly. I think it might have been TikTok. I have always been really into writing, and everything I've written has always been very sad. I've been writing since the 6th grade, so I was 11, and everything was always really depressing and dark and awful. I read through my journal, and there's an entry from October 16th, 2019, where I just talk about how I don't like myself. I wrote, I still feel embarrassed of myself at the moment. Maybe working out will help. I just think I'm very awkward, and I need legitimate confidence to really pull myself off. I just want to radiate bad woman energy. And it's a great vibe to give off, the best vibe, a wholesome, down-to-earth, kind-hearted, confident queen. And that's my goal for the rest of 2020 or 2019, to radiate confidence, to show myself off, to be unapologetically Danny. And I think that's a really good plan for myself. That's just a snippet. Fast forward, many more entries where I talk about how I hate myself. And then a few days after my birthday, which was at the end of August last year, I'm so effing tired of hating myself. Am I a perfect human? No. I've made endless mistakes, but I am ready to let go. I want to grow, I want to change, I want to see so much for myself. I know that I have never written things like this, and that is so sad. Everyone should be in love with their life. Life is so short. It is too short for me to sit around crying over stupid things and stupid people who don't deserve my attention and the world that I have to offer. Does that mean that I'll never be sad over certain things again? Obviously not. However, it does mean that we will simply process and move the F on. I never want to see a diary entry about some stupid, bummy situation again. If I do write about a situation, it better mean the world to me. I'm going to focus on myself. What is my goal for September? To finally get below 200 pounds. I'm going to stop there. I am currently at 209 pounds. I didn't get below 200 pounds, but I did lose a decent amount of weight in the last 2 months. You know, September was the worst month of my adult life so far. I will not stop saying that until something worse happens, but that was a really, really bad month for me, and the only thing that kept me going was going on hikes. So every morning before work, I was going on a hike. I had a miserable job that I hated. The work environment was awful, it was toxic, it was abusive. I could not stand being there every day. And so where this all ties into like manifestation and the woo-woo stuff is because I believe in manifestation. I have been practicing manifestation for a little over a year now. No, like a year and a half now, I want to say. It all started because one day I was listening to a podcast by TK's Juicy Pod. And so she has guests on where she talks to them and interviews them and asks them questions about like what they do. She had a guest on, I believe her name was Tori DeSimone. I might be wrong, but it was someone who practices manifestation regularly and who preaches it and who teaches manifestation practices. You know, I was curious about the process of manifestation. I listened to another episode of TK's Juicy Pod. She had another guest on named Ali Abbas, I believe. He talked about manifestation, and the way he painted the picture of manifesting made me think that I could do it. So essentially, to me, the way I manifest is I speak things into existence. I don't say that I want something. I don't sit around saying, I want to have a happy life. I want to have a happy life. I want to have a happy life. You need to say, or at least what I think I need to say is, I have a happy life, or I will have a happy life. I think I've stayed away from saying will, and instead I just say, I'm currently living a great life. I have a happy life. For about a year, for a good amount of time, I was doing like my daily morning manifestations. So at the exact same stoplight every morning, I would sit there and literally count down my 5 fingers and say, I am, or I will live a long, healthy, happy life. Those I love and care about will live long, happy, healthy lives. I will have a job that keeps me financially stable, flourishing, and happy. My car is fine and will continue to be fine. I have one that I'm not going to list. In the last, I want to say 8 months, I've added 2 more things to my daily morning manifestations. As of right now, I am living a pretty happy, healthy, well-balanced life. I ended up quitting my job about a month ago. I have a different job now, but the job I have now, I get better pay. Very happy. I feel respected. I feel content, and I feel like I'm flourishing. I feel like there's opportunity. Whether or not it's my end-all be-all, which I know it won't be, but it's something I could see myself doing for a while, which is what I do with most things. I feel good and confident about it, and I think that that's the most important thing. I feel like that came into fruition for me. My car is fine, and he continues to be fine, my sweet little boy. And there was a thing on that list that I didn't mention, but that happened for me. And I think that that is going to happen for me again. I mean, I'm only 22. I don't think it's only going to happen once. I think that 5th thing needed to happen for me to be where I'm at right now. September was a really big transitional period in my life. I didn't need all of that to happen. Like an old friend passed away, so I didn't need that. But the other things that happened, I think, were meant to happen for me so that I could continue with my self-love journey. I just talk about being consistent. I talk about being strong. I talk about being in a better place. I will love myself. I will be happy. I'm gonna focus on myself and not other people. Honestly, these are all things that I'm doing. With where I'm at right now, I feel so good about myself, which is so unusual because I've essentially spent my entire life putting other people on pedestals and looking at other people in ways that I never thought I could look at myself in. That was not grammatically correct. I just never thought that I would appreciate myself for who I am. Looking at this, my entries from the end of August all the way till now, essentially. I think because I've spent the last couple of months focusing on myself and focusing all of my energy into bettering my life and bettering the quality of myself as a human being, I'm seeing that pay off. At the beginning of October, I made a vision board. It has a bunch of pictures of like places that I want to go. A lot of quotes about self-respect, self-worth, about not seeking validation from others, about not needing other people to source your happiness. In the background, I wrote some words that I'm looking for, or I'm looking to add into my life. So like prosperity, I want to be driven, passion, honest, dedicated, and then I wrote some stuff about astrology. I made that in October, and so much of that has come true already, which I think is so interesting because honestly, I think the thing that I've been manifesting the most in the last couple of months is just to romanticize my own life. Because for example, something that I wrote here was, I love love, and I have always loved the idea of love. I always will. However, I want to love the idea of being in love with myself. I love the idea of loving myself, and I am actively trying to do so. I try to work on that literally every day, all the time, and I am not perfect. Sometimes I'm not the most kind to myself, but I feel like that's normal. So, it is going to be a journey, but a journey that I am excited to take on. I want to love myself the way I love the people I cherish in my life. I want to respect myself the way I respect the people I admire. I want to take care of myself the way I take care of those I love. I deserve nothing less. I think everybody has their moments, but it's something that I have worked on. I feel really good about that. The point is, I think resolutions are hard, and you don't need to make a resolution at the start of a year. You can go on a journey whenever you're ready, do whatever you want to do. My resolution for 2021 is that I don't have one, but I'm picking a word of the year because I know that I've heard that a little bit during the start of 2020, and I think I want to do that again. My word this year is unstoppable, because despite whatever road bumps I come across, I will not be stopped. Whether it's with work, whether it's with my fitness, whether it's with some of my manifestations, I know that I will not be stopped, and if I hit a road bump, I'll just keep going, and it's fine. Is the best thing that I can do for myself. So when it comes to manifestation, you just got to make sure that it's not just something you say you want, it's something you will actually work on and strive for. You can't just say that you want to have a happy life and then never do anything to work on it. You got to do things. But that's it. I'll probably make a fitness related video next week because my bad knee's acting up. Anyways, manifestation diary journal put to rest, and now I'm on a new one. It was a gift and I'm pretty happy about it. Anyways, I'm gonna go. Thank you for watching and have a good day.